Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel Talks with Thee. I remain yours truly, Mrs. Daughter O2, welcoming you back to another interesting and exciting episode on this channel. Thank you for being here with me. God bless you. So how are you doing? How are things getting on with you? At this other side, I'm always praying and believing God for you, that your life keeps making meaning, keeps getting better, and keeps soaring higher. So congratulations. I know you'll be okay. God bless you. God bless you. So today we want to examine a topic I titled The True Essence of Intimacy. The True Essence of Intimacy. Oh yes, bring your mind closer. Don't run away. Don't run away. Don't think otherwise. Whenever one hears that word intimacy, people just race to the bedroom. Have you noticed? So intimacy is not just about sex and romance. As we go on this topic, you will discover that there are different types of intimacy that we can develop in our relationships with one another. So intimacy is not limited only to physical and emotional activities. It has a whole lot to do with different aspects of our lives. So welcome on board again. So by way of definition, what is intimacy? Intimacy is a close relationship that exists between people that have personal relationships. Have you heard that? Personal relationship. Close relationship that exists between people that have personal relationship. So I cannot be intimate with you except we have a personal relationship. Don't forget that. And intimacy is developed over time. It does not just happen. I can't just get to know someone today and become intimate with that person. Now, saying that, let me just say to you that having sex with someone doesn't mean that you are intimate with that person, because you can actually have sex without intimacy and you can have intimacy without sex. So don't you forget that whenever you hear that word intimacy, it has to come from the heart. Anything you do outside your heart cannot be termed to be intimate. What makes it intimate is because your heart is involved. So is your heart involved in that relationship you are in? Otherwise, you are not intimate. You are just on the physical surface, and that's not deep, because intimate relationships are deep. So intimate relationships are not only defined in terms of physical touch, romance. It goes beyond that. So that's what I'm trying to say. All right. Now, there are different types of intimate relationships. Number one is that emotional intimacy. When I talk about emotional intimacy, an intimacy level where I am not afraid to be myself with you. I am open to you. I am open with you. I can let you into my deepest feelings and my fears and concern without feeling vulnerable. What I cannot share with anybody else, with a total stranger, I can share with you because I feel you are my person and I'm your person. So that's one level of intimate relationship. We can have emotional intimacy. We can also have intellectual intimacy. Intellectual intimacy is where I try to understand how your mind works, and then I align it to how my mind works too. I try to understand you and allow you to understand me. So that kind of intimacy is developed over time by quality interactions, quality communications, and sharing of views. You talk to yourselves, you listen out to yourselves, and you begin to understand the mindset of one another. When you do that, you are developing a form of intimate intellectual relationship. Okay? So that's what happens. We also have that of the physical intimate relationship that has to do with touch, hugs, kisses, and sex. But I want to say something. That is not every physical intimacy that that can be in the other room. Because the intimacy that you show to your friends by hugging on them, by kissing on them on the cheek, is a form of intimacy. The intimacy that the mother shows a child by hugging the child and kissing the child is a physical intimacy expressed. So that's what I'm trying to say here. All right. So we also have the experiential intimacy. That happens when you have shared some time with some people, and you share your activities, you see that you have the same kind of experiences, you like the same kind of things, and then you discuss, and then you discover that, wow, you mean you've been through this? I too. Wow, this is how I see it. That's how you see it. Wow. That can also bring people together to say, wow, they have some kind of experiential intimacy because of what they've been through, because of what they are exposed to over time. Okay, so that's very important. We also have spiritual intimacy. Spiritual intimacy is where you feel that you feel connected to someone because you have the same belief system. Your belief system, your values kind of go together. You understand one another better because you believe in the same thing. So that's also a form of intimacy that can be brokered. So don't you forget, whenever you hear intimacy, don't run to the bedroom. It doesn't begin and end there. There are different levels and different types of intimacy. So God bless you. All right, people. So now we want to examine some factors that must be in any relationship for that relationship to be termed to be intimate. If those factors are not found in any relationship, that relationship cannot be an intimate relationship. Number one is that of trust. Before you can say you have an intimate relationship with someone, you must know that you can trust that person, and the person must trust you. So trust is what makes you to be vulnerable. Trust is what makes you to be real with yourselves and not be afraid that you'll be taken to the marketplace. So any intimate relationship must have a trust factor in it. Number two is that of acceptance. If you have an intimate relationship with someone, you must feel accepted. You must feel the sense of acceptance. Am I accepted the way I am? Perhaps I don't have a high-dress sense like that person. Does the person accept me the way I am? Am I weird because I love cartoons? Am I accepted for who I truly am? And then when you feel that sense of acceptance, that you are accepted for who you are, and you are not weird in the eyes of the people that have, taken you in, then you can say you are having an intimate, relationship with that person. And then number three is that of honesty. Honesty and intimate relationship go hand in hand. How can you have an intimate relationship with anyone except that there is that honest factor in it? Honesty is what makes you tell yourselves the truth. No matter what it is, say it the way it is. Don't paint it. Tell me the truth, because I depend on you telling me the truth. So when there is honesty in that relationship, then you know that it can, metamorphose into an intimate relationship. And then another one again is that of compassion. Compassion is what makes you to look out for one another's well-being. Compassion is what makes you to forgive easily and understand yourselves. You know that no one is perfect. So when you have compassion for one another, that relationship can be built into an intimate one. And another one is that of affection. Do you have affection for one another? Do you care? Do I feel as if I'm cared for? It's a beautiful feeling to feel cared for, you see. Am I feeling like I'm cared for? This relationship, the person in the relationship with me, does the person care for me? Do I care for that person? Is there any affection? And affection could not just be by touching and doing. It's by actions. You're affectionate about how you do things, the time you spend, the concern you show, and the things you do. You could help someone pack into a new apartment. You can just spend more time with the person, just keep the person company when you know that the person really needs company. Those are kind of affections that can be shown to people in relationship with you. So that's it. And then communication. Oh my goodness, you cannot exhaust the importance of communication in any form of relationship. An intimate relationship, if you don't communicate, then what are you going to understand? It's when you communicate, you open your heart to listen to one another, to hear one another out, and begin to understand the viewpoint of one another. Then you come into an agreement and an understanding before you can say, wow, we have a relationship going, and I think it's getting intimate. So communication is very important if any relationship can end up being intimate. So these are some, points I can remember right now, to point to us that except these factors are seen, you cannot say you have an intimate relationship, because sometimes we call things names that they are not. And that's why we turn an acquaintance into a friend. We turn a neighbor into a friend and begin to open up unnecessarily. You don't open up to everybody. It's not automatic. It's built over time. So build your relationships. If these factors are applied to any relationship, of course, before you apply these factors, it means that you are willing to build that relationship to the next level. Relationships grow over the years. I tell you the truth. As you are growing, as the years are going by, you are growing in your understanding of one another. You are being more tolerant to one another. And then you see that you are not stressing over little issues. You are building your relationships, and then it can end up being intimate relationships. So these are factors that we must look out for in any relationship for us to say this relationship is intimate. All right, good. So now let's examine some benefits of intimate relationships. Number one benefit is that it takes away loneliness. No one is an island. If you have an intimate relationship where your hearts beat towards one another, you will not feel lonely. It could just only be one person. Now you can have intimate relationship with more than one person. It could be a group of friends, a group of brothers and sisters in church, where you can pray together, be yourselves with one another. It can be an intimate relationship. So you need people. You need people. I tell you the truth. It's not every time that you are strong. So one benefit of intimate relationship is that it keeps you company. Yes, it takes away loneliness from you. Okay, and it's also good for your mental health. It takes away stress, things that would have stressed you out, things that would have overwhelmed you, because you have an intimate relationship where you can go and talk it over. It makes it easier. Okay, because a problem shared is half solved, they say. So when you have people whose hearts are with you, you will be able to share your burdens with them, and then that stress is taken away from you. It takes and reduces the pressure that comes with life. And so it takes away high blood pressure. Yes, it takes away high blood pressure. You are not overly anxious and overly worried about stuff, because you have people around you, that you can share these concerns with, and they will give you counsel, and they will show you love, and then, see you through this process, and then you find out that, wow, thank God I have you. That's why you hear people say, I'm grateful to God that I have you. I'm grateful to God that you are in my life. I can't thank God enough for the gift of you. That's when you hear people say that, because listen, we all need people, real people. Oh my goodness. We all need real people. Lately, the Lord has ministered to my heart that it's not the crowd of people that surrounds you. It's about the quality of the few in that crowd. Not the crowd of people that surrounds you. People can come and just, be all around you everywhere. But are they your people? Find out your people. And when you find and locate and identify your people, I implore you to please nurture and develop that relationship. Take it to the next level. We all have people we can confide in. Listen, I keep secret. Everything I have is in my belly. Somebody must know you for who you truly are. Listen, there are times you can't speak for yourself. Someone must be able to speak for you. So don't live a life where nobody knows you, nobody understands you. No, now, please. Please. Somebody must understand you. Somebody must know you for who you truly are. So you don't need to explain yourself so much for anyone to understand you that is in intimate relationship with you. So I implore you, I encourage us on this episode. Let's take deliberate steps in building quality, intimate relationship with people. Could be with your siblings, could be with your friends, it could be with your brethren. Just find out people whose hearts are into you, are people that makes you happy, people in whose company you feel fulfilled, people you can trust over the years. These are people that will be a source of strength for you. So intimate relationship is a very important thing that we all have to develop to have an healthy, stable, fulfilled life. Listen, you need people to enjoy this life. Yes. You need people that will cry with you genuinely when you are crying, and laugh with you when you are laughing, and dance with you when you are dancing. It's not everybody that is happy at your progress, but you need people in your life that you know that what goes well with you, goes well for them. They are happy. They share in your joy. You need to share. Listen, if you have so much and you don't have anybody to share with, it's boring. No matter how beautiful your home is, if you don't have people coming in to love on you in it and play around you, it's boring. So we need quality people in our lives. I cannot overemphasize the importance of quality people and quality relationships in our lives. So intimate relationship is something I recommend on this channel, on this episode, for us to please make effort, pay the price, to cultivate, to nurture, so that we will have something to fall back at. So that's all I have for us on this episode, telling you that there are different types of intimate relationships. So don't run to the bedroom whenever you hear intimate relationship. All right. So God bless you and God honor you. So please like this video and share this video. Subscribe also to this channel. Let's spread this good news and inspire as many that will come across these videos. Until I come your way again, bye. This is me, D, saying thank you for being there. God bless you. Bye.